And joining us now to discuss Ukraine further, we are joined by Grigoriy German, commentator from ICTV. Good morning, sir, and welcome to TVP World.
Good morning, nice to see you.
So now I'd like to ask, as already back in December, EU leaders told Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky that they wanted Ukraine and Moldova to join the EU, potentially bringing, of course, the membership to 29 countries. But the formal legal procedure to start membership talks has been held up by opposition from Hungary. So now why, and what is Hungary's agenda?
Hungary's agenda is very complicated because Hungary is not an absolutely democratic country. It's an autocratic democracy, as I remember, and Hungary has the Orban, and the Orban have some interest in Russian money, in Russian funding, and of course they're interested in European funding. And he's trying to find something interesting in this situation when he could play on the two tables, a table with Russia and a table with the EU.
And of course, looking at Ukraine right now, we're looking again at the increased shelling in the area of Kharkiv, the second largest city of the country. Can you also give us a little bit of update on that? Because we're dying to know the situation that's going on the ground.
Well, for now, in this theater of the war, we have some stabilization, and the Russian offensive actually stopped. They lose the speed, and the speed is very important in the offensive operations. And for now, Ukrainian armed forces fighting with the enemies near some villages. Actually, we could say for now that Russian occupied forces don't take their points in this offensive operation. As you read in the Economist publication, they have plans in 2 days take Vovchansk and take the forces on the distance of the rapid fire from the artillery to Kharkiv. For now, they don't have this. For now, they stopped. But they're still trying to move, and they moved about 50 meters, about 100 meters, something like this. And we have counter-offensive operations too in this region.
So now what about, let's now go back to the topic of Ukraine in the EU. What do you think has to happen for Hungary to finally change its stance on this issue?
It's very interesting. It's a very interesting question because I'm actually not Hungarian, and I don't know what Hungary could do with the Orban. But in fact, I think that the key of this problem lying in the field of the European Union, in European Union leaders. As you remember, European leaders find the solutions for Hungary when they propose to Orban to drink some coffee, and I think that's the key protocol for this. For Hungary or for Slovakia with Fico, European Union has the instrument to do this, and I think the question of willing is on the table. Is first. Will European Union want to do some movements with Hungary? Because Hungary, it's enfant terrible of the European Union for now.
Right, and speaking of willing, and when it comes to the European Union, we do know that they finally passed using the windfall profits from Russian assets to help the Ukrainian when it comes to the war. So do you think that is a very good sign of goodwill, that the Europeans have that will to step up to help Ukraine with some of the things that they were previously more shy to use?
Actually, I cross my fingers here, and you don't see it, but I'm cross my fingers on my feet too about the solutions, because we're waiting for the solutions about the 2 years. About 2 years, we're waiting how this money, about the solution, and answer to the questions how this money could be spent on the Ukraine. And we are believe that this money would be spent on the Ukrainian economy. But for now, we see that we need this money for the ammo and for the weapon to Ukraine, for Ukraine. And this is very and very important for us. And we believe that we finally on the final track in this solution. We have different solutions from the United States, confiscations, and we have a solution from European Union, from European banks. Let's make it. Guys, please, let's make it.
Right, of course, let's make it happen. So besides, of course, the the money that would be needed, of course, to be used for military purposes, what would be the next needs that, of course, this money would, of course, hopefully very soon, where would it have to go to?
Guys, anything. You know, in the war, you need anything. Of course, we need more shells. Of course, we need more ammo. Of course, we need more rockets and anti-aircraft systems. And of course, we will need more ammo for F-16, for our new aviation. Because if you have the platform like F-16 and you don't have rockets, well, you don't have nothing. And because of this, we will need anything. You know, we need armor because we have the new brigades created, and we need the armor for these new brigades. We need personal armor, personal carriers. We need more Western tanks, Leopards, and we need Abrams from the United States and from Europe. We need more Leopards. We need more armored personal carrier. We need armored fighting vehicles. We need anything because this is war. Yeah, till the victory day, we don't have enough of ammo. You have to understand this.
All right, and when we talk about these money being utilized in Ukraine, of course, we're just talking about the profits coming from the Russian assets, not the big chunk of the Russian asset itself. So it's still just a grain of sand in the whole bucket of Russian assets. However, the European Union has changed its stance when it comes to using this money. Do you think there's anything that can incentivize them to go even farther, to actually use that big chunk of money to help Ukraine?
Well, guys, I'm cross my fingers again because, yeah, of course, this is the ideal solution for Ukraine and for justice in this war, because the aggressor have to pay the full price, and the full price, it's not pay only with the profits, it's paid with a big chunk or all of this frozen assets. And but actually, I don't know how European Union could make this step, because this is the very big step for European bureaucracy and European philosophy. European philosophy is made of profits for all, and it's not a question of profits for all. It have to be the questions of profits for Ukraine and profits for European Union, but not for us.
Right. All right. So lastly, I'd like to ask, when will we see Ukraine in the European Union?
Oh, guys, you broke my heart for now, because
that was not my intention. That was not my intention.
Yeah. Actually, I believe that Ukraine have to be already in the European Union, because we are the part of the Europe. But I believe that in some years, in 2 years, 3 years, we make our job, and European Union, make your job, and we are united in the European Union.
Right. The answer was yesterday.
So, of course, hoping that that does happen as soon as possible. Grigoriy German, commentator, ICTV. Thank you very much for joining us here on TVP World.
Thank you, and have a nice day.